start doing post-credit scene like Marvel, you know?
Dude, I wish I could. If I had the time to do everything I want to do.
Post-credit scene is just us rambling,
Are you recording?
which is
Okay,
which is
good.
the same. Is
Are
the
you
same.
setting up?
No. However you like. Yeah. Just Jade, you know, with the cables in her hand, like plugging stuff and.
But yes, I mean we're already rolling, so we're good.
We're
as
already
usual.
rolling,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean this
I
was the
mean,
cold open. I mean,
It's
it's not.
It's the
really
usual ramble that we get in the beginning.
Yeah.
We can put a ramble at the end as well.
Here's the thing. I've had a number of people ask me, kind of like, it's cool that we do this. It's like kind of like what we do now.
Mela.
But some people also ask, like, why do you do it?
Just because that's how we started the first episode.
Yes.
First episode, we were talking, and Jade was like, "Okay, it's time." she pressed the button, and it was done. And we realized like after a few seconds.
No,
I mean, I think you realized after a few seconds, and I was still like chatting, blah. And then at a certain point, I was like, "So, are we recording?" And you're like, "Yeah, we're already recording." Like, okay, I guess that's how we start.
I mean, when you consider that the first episode was the first few episodes actually were recorded with a very basic webcam that we had lying around. It was
Yes.
actually Jade's webcam.
Yeah.
And we had these microphones, but they were on the arms and everything. And
That's true.
the sound was echoing.
I miss the arm. I mean, this is easier for the setup and for the stuff.
And it's better quality as well, because you can get it closer to you without getting close to you.
And also, I cannot do this, you know.
I think that was the main URS, the user requirement specifications. Pepe cannot grab it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
I think that was Jade. I think your arm is still there. My arm is like broken. He's never gonna use it again.
Molten down in a barbecue somewhere.
Yes. She made a ring out of it. She's like, I'm gonna wear it so you
Brass knuckles,
remember.
more likely.
Yes.
Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Session 1 podcast. I'm Kurt, and this is our good friend Pepe.
Pepe here. We are on episode 15.
Episode 15.
Madonna. We didn't got cancelled yet.
I was just about to say, like, we're lucky we haven't been cancelled yet after the past 2 episodes, I think, which were amazing episodes.
I mean,
by
to be
the
honest,
way.
last episode with Maria was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
We didn't talk about anything controversial.
No, we didn't.
We directly addressed Wizard of the Coast.
We did.
By the way, we directly addressed Wizard of the Coast at least 2 times.
Yes.
We're still doing it. Wizard of the Coast. We still want, I don't know, concert. What was it? I don't remember.
Think it was, yes.
It was like a concert.
Baldur's
Gate concert. We still want it.
With Maria singing.
With Maria, I mean, yes.
Yeah, but you know how things are. You know, they
they change stuff. So we still kind of like you, Wizard of the Coast, but like do better.
Yeah. By the way, something else related to Wizard of the Coast was I found a local shop that has the alternate cover for Forge of the Artificer. I'm gonna go get. I couldn't get it yesterday because I couldn't find parking near the shop. But I'm gonna go get it hopefully next week.
I mean, you are getting alternative cover for every book that is out now.
Not for every book, but
I mean,
for
the new
5.5, I'm going to
5.5.
try and get all the alternate cover because I like the collection over there.
Man, the collection is growing also.
No, but the quest from the Infinite and Radiant Citadel, that is the best one.
Those are really good looking.
Yeah.
Those are really
we also
good
have to talk about ToyCon. For us, it's been a couple of weeks now.
It has been a while. It has been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And ToyCon, apart from meeting all the amazing and wonderful people there,
Yes.
we met so many new people.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes, there was the workshops, which were very interesting.
Yeah.
Pepe did the Vecna workshop, Monster Masterclass, and I did the Beholders one.
Yes.
We had to, we had a decent.
Actually, we had quite a few people showing up,
Yeah.
staying for the entire thing. They seem to enjoy it.
Yes. We
I
had,
mean, I enjoyed it. Apart from, I enjoyed giving the workshop was very fun. People was like interacting as well. The only problem was that my voice. I mean, I'm still recovering. I still don't have my voice at 100%. But my voice that day was fucked up.
To be fair, MFCC is always like that. MFCC is the venue of the ToyCon essentially, and that's where Comic Con used to be held. It's where PlayCon is held, and in general, when you have large halls, obviously, it is very difficult to have no microphones and to deliver kind of a presentation or whatever. We also had the character creation. By the way, I've had my colleague who was there with her cousin, and
they were lovely.
They were, first and foremost, they were really amazing. Hi, Debbie and Emma and Brian.
Yeah.
So they were really into it. Like we spoke about it this week. In fact, like it was.
I think they really much enjoyed the character. I mean, the parents very much enjoyed even the character creation. I think their daughter was a little bit less impressed by all the math required, all the numbers that were on the character sheet.
As we said, it was.
By the way, we have live audience today,
live audience.
and the live audience is nodding when I said all the math.
You will see why very soon, but we'll explain. We'll also explain why we have a red table today in just a second.
Yes.
But yes, at ToyCon we also had those presentations. We had Feastables give us a bunch of chocolate to give out to people.
Thank you, Feastables.
Yes. And Rachel did the whole reel as well.
The reel on TikTok
is unhinged.
Incredible. I fucking love it. Please go on our TikTok, go check the last reels, the Feastable one, because if you saw it on Instagram,
it was professional. That was the professional.
Yeah, it was like the normal, like a normal reel.
Yeah,
the one on TikTok is fucked.
Unhinged.
It's so good. Much. It's so good.
That's where we're going to be posting the unhinged stuff on TikTok.
I think that's the place.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, Instagram is also the place for a lot of unhinged stuff.
Yeah, but we also kind of
we try to be a little bit more family friendly on Instagram. On TikTok, we just go fucking wild.
There was also the giveaway.
Yes,
a bunch of giveaways.
We got a lot of people participating in the giveaway.
Yeah,
we got a bunch of them guessing what the big reveal is going to be.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be in the raffle for winning this beautiful little boy. I mean, not little, to be honest, not little at all. Which we will be announcing today.
Yeah. Tomorrow
on the 17th of April.
17th of April on Friday, exactly. So the owl bear was I printed it, and it was painted by our very good friend Ryan Mela from Rundo Miniature Forge, and he's
beautifully painted.
Very graciously supports us both on Patreon as well as like in general. Like he printed the ampersand sign for us in the library that we have. He paints miniatures for us. He 3D models gifts for us.
It was actually so nice to offer me also to 3D print a dice tower for me.
Yes.
Thank you very much. He reached out I think after ToyCon, and he said, hey, listen, do you want a dice tower? And I was like, yeah, man, like how much is it? And I was like, no, man, I'm just gonna do it for and I'm like, wow, that's so nice.
Yeah, he's very gracious, and I'm actually looking forward a lot because I think in the coming weeks I'm going to be collaborating with him on a crafting project, which I haven't done in a very long time. We're going to do I don't know whether it's a secret, so I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's going to be like wood, resin, 3D printed stuff, laser stuff. It's gonna be like a multi-tool, multi-material project.
Also workshop.
Yeah, probably we're going to but it's also going to be for the Epigeeks.
Ooh.
Yes.
Cross branding.
Yes, cross branding.
Cross branding.
So tomorrow on the 17th of April, we're going to be giving away this beautiful owlbear, and we're going to have to say goodbye to it, unfortunately, finally.
How dare you taking it away from us, this boy.
So
this has been with us for like a month, 2 months?
More, I think about 2 months now.
2 months.
So make sure to go and check Instagram out, especially tomorrow. Keep an eye out for the reels and the stories there, and we'll make sure to post it there.
Also, can I say something? Can I break this fourth wall once again? I always look at the camera to break the fourth wall. I'm getting confused of the dates because obviously this is recorded. This is recorded a few days before the 16th. So obviously you're seeing it on the 16th, but this has been shot before. So when I said today, I was like, no, it's not today. It's going to be tomorrow, which is going to be the 17th. That's why we say tomorrow on the 17th of April. Because we need to remember that this is on a different time. But yes, timelines.
So there's that. So also we have, as you're seeing, it's not a brand new table. It's just covered to look red and nice with all these patterns on it.
It is still a brand new table. Like you bought it 2 months ago. It's still a brand new table.
But so Pepe, what are we going to be talking about today?
So today, the episode 15 is going to be how do you say when something is sad and happy at the same time? Like a bittersweet, like a bittersweet.
Hi, Jade, by the way, Jade is still behind the camera.
So it's gonna be a bittersweet episode, because we are gonna have a bunch of friends joining us on a call, which we had actually yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was lovely.
Not yesterday the 15th, by the way.
yesterday in our
timeline.
So we had a lovely call with a group of friends, which we have called the OGs Epigeeks, because we might have mentioned before that Epigeeks is a project that has been in the making for many years now. And yesterday we had like a closing a chapter with the OGs, giving them, a well-deserved goodbye to them and to their characters. For what it concerns Epigeeks, at least. Because I mean, we're still friends. We're still in
of
contact
course.
with them.
We still have the chat with them. We still call every once in a while. I'm still in touch with Paul and Melissa almost on a daily basis. Melissa for sure, because she sends me like pictures of Rosita.
Yeah, you said that you get a daily picture of Rosita. You will see Rosita in few minutes. She's lovely.
She's such a sausage.
Yes.
And Evelina we keep in touch every once in a while as well. Jay obviously is a little bit more busy, so it's a bit difficult to keep in touch with Jay. But and I see you like every other day.
Madonna, and we see each other really
too much.
We started this thing a few months ago of literally thinking and saying the same thing at the same time, which is becoming scary. It's honestly becoming a little scary.
And I think since a year ago, because we actually started the reboot of Session 1 podcast and everything around March. I think we started planning it for or April, and then we launched it in September. And I think since we actually started planning it, I think there hasn't been a single day where you and I have not chatted or got in touch or
at least shared a message or something. Yes.
I think that's probably the longest running consecutive conversation I have with anyone. Not even Jade, because Jade, if I'm at home,
yeah,
obviously.
Yeah. No, that checks out. And we are, I mean, like every married couple, we have our moments. But yeah, no. This has been an incredible journey so far.
Yeah.
And the big announcement is that I'm leaving. No, I'm not leaving.
You'd have to drag him screaming away like that.
I literally said that. I said, listen, for me to leave this project, they will have to literally physically remove me from it.
Maybe we can recreate that clip, that video of the man like, the succulent Chinese meal. What's the charge, officer?
Yes. Eating a succulent Chinese meal.
Right, so let's get into the meat of the podcast.
Yes.
So now obviously
we'll be rambling for almost 10 minutes.
That's perfect.
Yes.
So now we're gonna go for the call with the OGeeks,
yes.
With the OG Epigeeks, OGeeks. And then we'll see what's coming after. Have a big reveal. So roll that.
Yeah. So stay tuned after the call, because exactly right after the call, there is a big reveal. The big reveal that we've been talking about. So
yes. Finally, it is time. Welcome to the Session 1 podcast.
Roll the intro. We're gonna take the compliment. We're not gonna reject it.
It's a good way to know about.
Listen, a couple of days ago, someone gave me 29 years of age.
And
I felt... I was like, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, like when someone compliments a guy, it's always like the best thing in the fucking world.
I can do stupid mistakes again because I'm so young.
Yes. I'm so young and naive now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, clearly for myself, I keep repeating the same mistakes. Still coming up with the same project over and over again, trying to make it work.
It's because you're not aging. You're just stuck at the same age all the time since you're like 20 something.
Yeah.
Like, which isn't too bad, to be honest.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. We are actually live. By the way, we are recording, not live, but we're recording right now.
We just started recording like this.
That's how we always do it.
Without telling anyone that we are going to start recording.
But
that is the funniest thing, because sometimes Kurt knows that it's been, for example, recording, and Pepe just says something, and we're like, oh, we're actually recording, and it's out of nowhere the funniest thing ever.
It's how we also do it every time we are recording the podcast.
Yeah.
Just we start kind of vamping stuff like that. Jade would be fixing up the audio levels, and she just presses
She
record.
just starts recording,
Yeah.
and then we like look at each other like, okay, we're recording, we're already there. And then it has become part of the format of the podcast. Like we literally do like a cold open in the beginning, just because this is how we do this now.
So yeah. Wait, is that?
In fact, I think the cold open will be right before this.
Yes, of course. No, we're gonna have the intro for this one because this is quite a different format.
What a different episode.
It's a different episode completely. So we wanted to just have a bit of a conversation with you guys first and foremost to catch up a little bit. I know that it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Quite a while.
Yeah,
it has been quite a while.
I mean, I do keep up with you individually, like to some extent. But we haven't actually sat in a conversation like this for quite a while. And I'm sorry, Jason couldn't join us today, but
shit happens.
Indeed, it does. By the way, am I the only one who sees Evelina a little bit zoomed in?
Yes, she's zoomed in.
She kind of zoomed in a little bit.
All right, okay. So it's not just me.
Was not my fault. I just suddenly appeared like this, so Kurt, that's on you, I guess.
So everyone, by the way, for those of you who are following us on the podcast and don't know who these beautiful people are, these are the OG Epigeeks.
These are the OG Epigeeks, the very first Epigeeks. Before even me, they were Epigeeks. I was an Epigeek.
Strictly speaking, even Paul was not an OG in the very beginning. Because here's the thing, the Epigeeks started before we actually started live streaming and all that stuff. Who wants to tell the tale, Leia? Okay, we're looking at Mel. Go, Mel.
Oh God, thank you.
Who was the very original? I mean, apart from Kurt, okay, who had the idea? Who was the first one?
During the days of the plague, year one, we just gathered like every day in Discord, every day for like 3 months, 4 months, something like that, just to chat.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Kurt, Evelina, Jason, me, and a few others as well, like Christian, Laura.
Which were other people from the Witcher school?
So basically the way it started was Mel and I were in the same Witcher school room. I don't know if it's still a secret anymore, but I know that at one point, I know it was a bit of a secret. It was you, me, and I don't know what was his name. Elia, yeah. So you and I knew each other from Witcher school, and Evelina was in Witcher school with us as well, but we hadn't interacted that year. 2019. It was.
Oh, in the before times.
Yes.
And then they had the Discord, and we used to chat there during COVID as well. And Jason joined because, by the way, Jason Parr, not Jason from Nephilim, just to clarify, because we also have had Jason from Nephilim on the podcast.
Different Jason.
He was also there, but not part of the Epigeeks.
Different Jason.
Yeah. So Jason Parr.
Let's call him Jay, because we always call him Jay.
Yeah, Jay. Us four and Christian Castown, he's sometimes in the chat as well in the premiere.
Yes, he's very often in the chat.
Yes, and Laura as well was with us, and we used to just chat for hours, obviously during lockdown, that sort of thing. And at one point I remember we got a little bit bored and we started playing on Board Game Arena, which is this website where you can just play online board games, but an online version of them. So we used to play Tokaido, which I always won for some reason. We used to play Takenoko, which I believe was the panda bamboo eating game. Jay hated that. Carcassonne, we used to play Cards Against Humanity, of course. We used to play a bunch of games online. That's how we actually started, because at one point I was like, hey, listen guys, do you want to play Dungeons and Dragons? And we started the whole thing. And then I roped in Paul because we had 3 players and I needed a 4th one. I roped in Paul. Because I remember I was talking to Paul at the time, and he used to be one of my very first. But actually, Paul was there the very first time I DM'd. The very first time I played Dungeons and Dragons was around.
Well, you introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons, so
yeah. Good times.
Yeah, so that was the very beginning of Epigeeks, and but in the beginning you guys started playing D&D at like between you without live streaming, or you started immediately with the live streaming?
No, we started with the live stream.
Yeah.
At the same time, the same live stream. Yeah.
But I had been playing for a while at that stage. I was not inexperienced player.
We were going to do a private game, and then after taking all the effort into Tabletop Simulator, because we still were going to use all the tools, like D&D Beyond, Tabletop Simulator, because obviously, we have, at the time, it was UK, Jay was UK, well, Ireland, Jay was UK, we had Mexico, and we had Denmark
and
Malta. So we obviously had to play it online.
By the way, I love that you are pointing, and obviously to your camera it makes sense, but to mine it looks like you're pointing at empty spaces.
I was waiting for someone to say that. And so at one point I was said like, okay, so we have everything set up anyway, so we're doing it on the computer. Yeah? Why don't you live stream it anyway? And we started live streaming it immediately. And then we did Minecraft, we did Sea of Thieves.
I remember Sea of Thieves. I remember you guys playing Sea of Thieves, playing Minecraft, obviously playing D&D. I was always a fan. As soon as I heard that Kurt had started a D&D campaign, I started watching it immediately.
Yeah.
Also because at that time, I think that was the end of 2019 when you guys started. No, August.
No, 2020 we started.
2020. Okay, it was August.
15th August 2020.
Okay.
Yep.
And I was still like devouring episodes of live plays. Like any live play was coming my way, I was watching it. I was watching Critical Role. I was watching Dimension 20. Dimension 20 was not even like, I don't even know if it had started.
No, I think High Rollers had started.
High Rollers. So like whatever
Maze Arcana at the time.
Whatever live play I would find, I would watch. And obviously then I started watching you guys playing. I was like, hey Kurt, if you ever need a player,
it wasn't revolutionary at the time, but I think the combination of the pandemic and everything, like the need to socialize, and D&D fits that role in a lot of ways.
Yep.
So much for real. I remember during that time I was playing D&D like 3 or 4 times a week. Like 3 or 4 nights a week, I was playing with different groups. Because all my friends from Italy, not all my friends, but many of my friends from Italy, and my brother and his friends, they were all playing D&D online. So I was like, I think in 2 games I was the DM, and in 2 games I was a player. So I was playing 4 nights a week.
Do you have any tips for maybe somebody else as well when you play different characters and also DMing different games? Is there any trick how to remember and how to tap into your character?
Well, I think
I experienced that in the LARPs when I had 2 weeks in a part, 2 different characters, and it was hard because one was very similar to me and another was a bit different, and I didn't have anything how to. Like the costume didn't help even.
I think in the case of the LARP, I think it's a bit different because now I had 2 LARPs experience so far, and they were both incredible. I played twice the same character, but I think the immersion that you get in the LARP is different from the immersion that you get in D&D. Because in the LARP, obviously, it's going to be like 2-3 days, sometimes even more, and you are literally walking and talking and living as that character. So I think there is much more character bleed when you LARP than when you play D&D. Because in D&D, you are still yourself, you're still talking in third person sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you speak as your character, but sometimes you also just describe what your character says or does. And then for the mechanics of the game, that's my ADHD obsession. It's Dungeons and Dragons. It's been Dungeons and Dragons since I was 10 years old. So it's just switching from one to the other is very easy for the mechanics for me. And that's a Pepe thing. I think for the character, as long as you give enough distinction from one character to the next one. Like I used to play two characters because the other two I was the DM, and they were complete. Like one was a full spellcaster and the other one was a full martial. It was like a barbarian paladin or something. So maybe it was a little bit easier because they were so distant from each other as a kind of character. But
with me, it's a little different. In some respects, they are not me, but there are elements of me that I exaggerate. So in a sense, I'm playing not me, but an aspect of me which would never be that way in real life.
Yeah.
And notably, I have some difficulty playing characters which are stupid in the sense of genuinely low. For example, to take Critical Role, and I love Grog. His character is so funny.
Yeah.
But I cannot roleplay that character.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's hard to play a character that is that stupid. Actually, it's not easy. But yeah, what you were saying, Paul. Sometimes it's good just to take one element of yourself and turn it up to 100, and that's a good characterization for a character.
Yeah,
I think in the end, every one of your characters is gonna have something of you in it.
Yeah.
For example, Zandon specifically, his creativeness.
Yeah.
That is something which is me as well. But Zandon is much more than I ever could be in real life. So, but it is kind of there.
Sorry. I think one of the main distinctions, as Pepe said, between LARPs and Dungeons and Dragons is the fact that also while LARPing is almost 95% improv, so you kind of have to really be quick on your feet on how you do things. D&D has a certain structure to it, and you're always kind of not limited, but you're always guided by your character sheet, and what your character would feasibly be able to do. Yes, you can do anything, but obviously there are certain things that your character would be better at. Personally, I find that I haven't had a lot of obviously player experience, as you know. I end up always DMing, but when I played characters, both when I played Aros of Hell, Burning Thule, Elric, I played the Blood Hunter, and with you guys I played what the fuck was his name? Was it Tetra, the Warforged fighter?
No, I can't remember the name.
I can't remember the name, but yeah, there was a Warforged fighter that we did for that.
You also played famously a Blade Singer wizard that died.
Oh yeah, Ravenel as well. I think having that one core aspect that is distinct from all the other characters helps a lot, kind of to anchor to it. Yeah, I always say like I never play. To be fair, I've played short stints. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, it was just about Paul saying he could never be like Xanon is. Like Xanon is much more, and I'm like, yeah, but Xanon also blows things up.
Xanon is also a little bit insane at times.
A little bit.
A consequence of his origin.
By the way, I think for the sake of the people that is watching, we should one brain cell, right? So me and Kurt, we have this thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed. If you guys have watched any of our episodes, like recent episodes, me and Kurt, we have been spending so much time together in the past 6 months that we literally have one brain cell that works for both of us at the same time. Sometimes just for one of us, but sometimes it works for both of us at the same time. So we literally are about to say the same thing at the same time.
We have a log sheet. We keep track.
Yeah. And just for the sake of people that is at home and is watching, can you guys tell us about the OG characters that you had? Because obviously, as the OG, players, each one of you played a character in our previous campaign, which was Legacy of Eshan. Legacy of Eshan that I joined for a very short time. I was a player as well, but I joined for, I think, a few months.
And you had a temporary stint, like you had a 2-episode guest feature, which was Exash Kalevra.
Exash Kalevra, yes. Was a cleric of the Death Domain.
And then you had Nathaniel Holt in the last 5 or 6 episodes of the campaign.
Yeah, so for like 2 or 3 months, I was there. And I was a human fighter, Echo Knight. It was so fun. It was so much fun to play that character. I wish I could have played that character for longer, because he was like a guy that is like very grounded in a group of people that is like, they are all nuts. They are all absolutely nuts. So he was like, what's wrong with these people? But I kind of like them, but also they are a danger for themselves.
Here's something that you guys didn't know. I remember specifically asking Pepe to help me out. Remember, Pep? When I recruited him, I'm like, listen, man, I need you to join the campaign because I need someone to keep them on fucking track.
Yup.
I'm looking at you, Mel, with yours 5 fucking weeks in a tavern.
Yeah.
No,
Fun. It was my favorite place.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, though, Nathaniel was a very good exercise in creating the narrative behind him as well, because at the time you worked a job on shift and you couldn't record with us all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And at the time, since it was a live stream, it was always on Sunday evening. There was times when you could swap out and join us, but 4 times when you couldn't, the Echo Knight kind of fit perfectly. Like you were this kind of fighter that slipped out of time and back in kind of randomly, until such a time when we were working on anchoring you permanently, because you actually had changed your job.
Yeah, I had changed my job and I could join permanently. So so basically the adaptation of the Echo Knight was like, this guy is like stuck. It's like he has his personality has broken on different timelines. So sometimes he just teleports to a different timeline and then comes back, so that he could like just appear and disappear. But so, to the OGs, can you tell us about your character? What they were like? What was their species? What was their class? And tell us whatever you remember fondly of them.
Who wants to go first?
I think Evelina wants to go first.
She's just being too polite.
Yeah.
I never want to go first. In real life, I have anxiety disorder, which my character does not. Which, no, I played Naren, a very, very cheeky halfling ranger who has unofficially unlimited amount of apples in her backpack that don't do any damage. For the story's sake, sometimes to show my frustration with no words, an apple a day can keep anybody away. No, she's definitely cheeky, not always patient.
You were an archer? You were an archer, no?
A ranger,
A ranger.
A ranger who can't do any damage with her.
Ironically, though,
which is absolutely not true, though, because she was doing a lot of damage.
Your character had more persuasion, charisma rolls than the paladin and the
sorceress.
Yeah.
Talking about this, okay, so no, I couldn't do damage barehanded, which could lead to sometimes tension between Jay's character, Simon, and me.
Yeah.
Which was very funny. Charisma, I remember one thing. I rolled really good charisma and persuasion, but every single time Kurt really pushed me to play out, to try to persuade, I would do so badly with words, but I would still roll quite nicely.
Yeah, sometimes that's the advantage of having a high, charisma score or a high persuasion score, because you can say almost whatever you want, and then in the end, if the DM still lets you roll, it's like, okay, you rolled the 20, so the guy is confused, and he just let you go.
I just want the Kurt just took it on me. He's like, fine, it's fine. It's all
These
right.
are not the droids we're looking for.
Sometimes it's the opposite, because sometimes if you role play so well, the DM tells you that you don't need to roll for something. In your case, like, okay, it was so bad, but then if you roll well, it still works somehow.
Yeah. And you were a Gloomstalker, not a Beastmaster, right? You were a Gloomstalker, I believe.
Gloomstalker, yeah.
Yes, precisely. Which was actually came to be like really fun when the level we stopped was where we could actually do so many more things. So just saying, maybe occasionally one game here and there.
Do you remember anything from your backstory before we started the campaign?
Oh goodness. Oh, that was.
I do remember something about her character.
I remember all of your backstories.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you were the DM. That's a no-brainer.
It's been a while.
How many hardware drives do you have in your brain? Like, honestly.
I keep updating the firmware, but it doesn't take.
I can't even remember all my backstory for my.
I remember you were a hunter of some sort, like you were part of a guild of hunters or something.
No.
She was just a. I wasn't there like a symbol from just a village.
But no, you weren't that part of but you had jobs. But you
like she was like a bounty hunter or something.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. So yeah,
so sorry.
That's okay. I mean, it's been a while.
I remember Melissa's backstories.
So Nayrin was a halfling from Lingmel, the halfling village in Yukabaya or setting, and she actually was the daughter of Balvin Fernhog, who was the owner of the Kind Nugget Tavern. However, he also used to experiment a lot with magic and that sort of thing, and he managed to create an elemental, like an elemental out of beer, essentially, who ended up in a tragic accident and lost his life. However, Nayrin's brother Zilben kind of contained it and took over the tavern, and Zilben currently technically runs the Kind Nugget Tavern. However, you were never interested in Nayrin was never interested in the tavern business, so she kind of... Well, spoilers by now.
It's still running. You said it's still running, so it's still a spoiler.
So you kind of ran away, started taking odd jobs, and one of the odd jobs was from a particular shady guy. Which takes us to the next one, Melo.
Talking about shady guys.
Talk about shady people.
How was your daddy?
Alive and well.
Unfortunately.
Will we find your character in a tavern?
Yes.
Probably. So my character is was Leshana. She was a half-elf sorceress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think shadow sorcerer. You were a shadow sorcerer.
Shadow sorcerer, yeah.
FYI, she plays sorceresses all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sorcerer is a broken class. It's so cool. It does the best fucking shit you can do.
I always like to play magic users in video games. So it's like I have a bias also towards elves. I always pick elves.
Yeah.
In this occasion, I picked a half elf only because I wanted the perks of the elf and the perks of the human.
Best of both worlds.
Or the worst.
Yeah.
Or the worst.
Like,
in her case, for sure, she took the alcoholism. I don't know from which side. Shana has taken the alcoholism from either a human or an elf.
How do you cope with all that shit?
To be fair, she had a lot of childhood trauma.
True as well.
Very much.
Possibly brain damage too.
She was sleeping through half of it anyways.
Or she was drunk.
Yeah, of course.
And you were the daughter of the BBG, basically.
Yeah. the daughter of the
Death
villain,
Weaver.
Death Weaver, the villain of the story in our campaign.
What was the
Olden.
name of the guy?
Olden.
And then,
Olden the Death Weaver. He was
Which is also the guy who blew up my village and killed my family. I mean, the village and the family of my fighter.
That was also Lashana's childhood village.
Yep.
Yeah. Which was like a long fucking time ago, wasn't it?
About 20 years, I believe.
Because my character was like teleported in a different timeline for like a while, for a bunch.
Kind of. It's like...
It was like stuck in time or so, because he didn't age.
Yes, your character got stuck in time, while Lashana also kind of got stuck in time, but aged, because she was much closer to the epicenter of the cataclysm that happened, essentially. Like, your, like, Nathaniel's origin story is directly a direct result of Lashana's origin story.
Yeah.
Essentially.
In fact, when we met for the first time, and I realized that you were the daughter of of Olden, like, we didn't get along immediately very well, to be honest.
No, of course not.
I kind of wanted to kill you.
Yeah.
Of course.
To be fair, you were
Rightfully so.
you were not a dashing pirate captain.
Well,
Remember that a stint in Fairlow Isles.
I think it's because we got used to Lashana that we forgot what it's like to meet Lashana out of nowhere.
well, used to like I was always expecting Lashana and Simmons to be fighting.
Yeah.
Like at the very beginning, it was there was very much the vibe of a dysfunctional family.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Didn't the joke that Lashana and Simmons is like parents, and then Xandon and Neri?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think that Xandon and Nerin looked like the children just because they were small.
Yep.
Because I think, like, from my experience, I think Nerin and Xandon, they were much wiser and made way better choices than their parents did.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
Xandon is literally young. Like even by Cobalt standards, he was still a young.
He was like the equivalent of like a 15, 16 years old human.
Like 16, 18-year-old, like he's just coming to adulthood kind of situation. But
Sorry, but we actually skip a little bit on Lashana. You were saying when we met, I wanted to kill you. But then after a while, like we kind of became friends. Like we also like we trained a couple of times together.
There was peace.
There was peace. Because this thing, we all find out that you were, completely not associated with your father. So we find out that you were actually nice, and that you always wanted to stay at the tavern. You never wanted to go adventure. You wanted to stay at the tavern all the time.
Do not do stupid shit.
Do not stupid shit. But mainly because this time is what was my first time playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I was a completely new player. So I had absolutely no experience. The only thing that I knew about Dungeons and Dragons was when I was watching Critical Role. Just I watched them for years.
Yeah.
So that was my only contact with Dungeons and Dragons, and to be a player then, it was a very challenging experience for me, because because not only I had to remember my character, but I had to remember how to play it, and then I had to remember the rules.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of things at once when we were playing, that my brain automatically just said, "Yeah, let's go to the tavern."
To be honest, you guys I wouldn't have said it was the very first time. Obviously, for Paul it was not, but I think for Evelina was your very first time playing D&D as well.
I didn't even listen to D&D any kind of podcast. I didn't hear about Critical Role before that.
I think you guys were doing pretty well, to be honest, for being the first time ever playing D&D.
Like I loved it, but yeah, it was a bit challenging. How to, especially the rules, because I always forget those type of things. Yeah. So it took me a while.
To be fair, even as a DM, I made a couple of bad rulings back then, but we tried to keep it as consistent as it was. So kind of like if you made a bad ruling once, we kind of kept stuck through it. Kind of it became like a home rule kind of thing. But I remember you guys did very well in terms of role play. I mean, honestly, what was what was lacking in inverted commas really, because it wasn't quite what was lacking in the D&D experience, you guys made up for it really well in terms of roleplay. So we had some really good scenes throughout, whether they were kind of like downtime scenes or whether they were like fucking around scenes, like in Arcadia, for example, with Simmons, if you guys remember. Yeah, I'll tell this story in just a second. And there were some really like deep and emotional moments, like for example when Gerodar became a thing.
Yep.
When
yeah, or the one that sticks in my mind, the demon.
What demon? That demon, the artist.
The deal.
Yeah, Buskogon. Yeah, I mentioned him yesterday. Or the day before.
That one.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah, I mentioned him. The demon who haunted the painter.
The painter, yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, was I in the campaign? When he said, because we've met in person, we had this conversation in person for reasons that people is going to find out soon.
In a few minutes.
We have met in person and he told me about this story and I was like, but I remember, was I in the campaign already? Because I remember this. And oh my god, the cuteness.
Sausage!
Sorry, she wants attention.
Show us sausage.
No. Wait. Put her actually on camera. Like, we need to show her properly.
I mean, I could lower the camera, but...
Just like the Lion King.
Exactly, to Simba.
Yeah, do the Lion King thing.
No, Sapenia!
Mira, baby.
Oh...
We're gonna get a copyright strike.
That's okay. We can take once in a while. Sausage.
Oh, look how cute. Look how cute.
She wants attention.
Oh, she's such a sausage.
People, we're done talking. We're just looking at dogs now.
Yeah. By the way, I get a daily pic from Melissa of Rosita.
I remember that you told me.
So I'm very sorry about the interruption. It's just Rosita wants attention. Also, if you hear barking, I'm sorry, it's her.
If you hear barking, it's Rosita. Rosita can do whatever she wants.
Yes, agreed.
In fairness, my phone is half full of pictures of her and of Shusha and Rosita.
I mean,
like that's half my phone these days.
Yeah.
I think that's any pet owner half. Any pet owner has like half of their phone is picture of their pet, and the other half, just their life, the rest of their life.
Yeah. We were talking about the various characters. So Simmons, I'm just gonna briefly touch up on Simmons because obviously Jay is not here. Simmons was a very much cookie cutter kind of backstory, right? He was a paladin of Tyr, Rising Star, southern part of the continent, very far south of the continent. Human kingdom. He was a human paladin. I can't remember which oath he was. I think it was I can't check my numbers. Actually, I opened your...
I think it was the
Oath of Glory at the time.
Glory?
Yes.
I thought it was the Oath of Devotion.
No, it was Oath of Glory.
I thought he was the truest of true paladins.
He was Oath of Glory, and his deity was Tyr, I remember.
Okay.
God
of Justice.
Yeah, the God of Justice. He got up to a few shenanigans. At one point, he even lost access to his power, and he had to redeem himself by cutting off his arm.
He lost his right hand, no?
Yes, and then Zandon made him a mechanical one.
I remember.
and then kind of it was restored. It was this whole.
I was already in the game when that happened. I was already in the game as Nathaniel.
I was half expecting to have to slowly and progressively replace body parts of Simmons.
Does anyone remember the story in Arcadia?
Before that, I think I remember one part of it. But before that, I think Nathaniel also helped Simmons about that when he lost the hand to, in a way, to find the way back.
Yes, because so this is the thing. I always loved Paladin. Paladin is one of my favorite classes. So the way I was playing, like my character was a fighter, but he was a fighter very much in line with what a Paladin would be.
Yeah,
like a fighter, but not. I was also a holy fighter because I was like brought up or like trained in a temple.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally I was like the backstory started. There was a town's guard in the town that was obliterated by whatever happened there, because we still don't know what exactly happened there. So he was obliterated. The town was obliterated, and he was a town's guard. And then when he came back, he was like mindless, and he started wandering, and then he started recovering some parts of his memories and some stuff. And then he stumbled upon this temple, which was the temple of
the Sanctum of Caspia.
Sanctum of Caspia, yes. And in there was like a species of celestial kind of adjacent people. I don't know why. Were they made of like marble? Like I remember like their skin like made of marble. And so he was brought up as like a holy, or like a fighter that is like a defender of these religious people.
Mm-hmm.
So he was very close to, like, in the sentiment, very close to a paladin. So when he saw an actual paladin struggling with keeping his oath, he was trying to help him. Also because, and I think only Kurt knows about that, I don't know if he remembers, but I had in mind at a certain point that I wanted to take some levels in cleric later on during the game.
Yeah,
I want to take just a couple of levels just to represent these holy, part of his background. Obviously, that didn't happen. I think we stopped at level 6. So yeah, I remember fondly trying to make Simmons make peace with his oath, and reestablish himself as an actual paladin of Tyr. It was not easy because Simmons really liked to fuck around and find out.
Yes.
I mean, like Simmons as a character was really nice to write for, because it's like paladins are so easy to write for sometimes. They have this typical progression to the story, which is either they're following the tenets of their beliefs, or they're kind of swaying away from them and calamity happens to them. But also Jason was a little bit difficult as a player to write for, because nothing wrong with Jason himself, it's just he was brought up in a different era of Dungeons and Dragons, which was very combat heavy at the time. So his perception of Dungeons and Dragons, of course we've talked about this in the past as well, like his perception of Dungeons and Dragons was mainly combat, like dungeon crawlers, kick down doors and kill enemies. So the whole concept of role playing, while he really immersed himself into it, and he did have some really good role play moments, it was very difficult to write stories to meet what he expected of the game. It was always a bit of a challenge, I'll be honest, despite me thinking he was going to be one of the easiest characters to write for. Ironically, the easiest character to write for was Naren, actually. You gave me the least problems.
I'm a people pleaser.
No, but yeah, like for example, speaking of Simmons' shenanigans in Arcadia, this is a story that I don't know how many of you remember.
I remember
Leshana.
Theft and knickers.
Of course. So Leshana wanted to get a new dress in Arcadia, and she went to Madame Autumnshine's boutique.
Mm-hmm.
And Madame Autumnshine was this kind of like aging woman, like very gracefully aging, who Simmons kind of took a liking to. And in the beginning, kind of rolled really good charisma checks. Starts charming, and they went out on a date later on that evening, and the date went horribly. Like I think he rolled a 1 on like trying to charm her or like telling her a joke or something. It was straight out of The Sims kind of thing, you know, the double negative on their head kind of thing. Yeah. So basically, she walked away from the date. She was so offended. She walked away from the date, and he went on a binge. Like he started drinking. He got shit faced, and he woke up the next day in the closet, in assless chaps, essentially.
Oh yes, now I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He tried to break into the bank by climbing the pillars. It was like this whole thing he didn't remember because he was so drunk, kind of.
So imagine a paladin of Tyr going around with his butt cheeks.
Trying to trace him down, basically, because he disappeared. It was like we were asking and looking for him everywhere.
Yeah.
Also, listen, I remember, and this is might be a false memory, but I do remember something like that. I don't remember in which town we got all together, and there was a statue in the center of the square of the town with a guy with like a ring or
Waterfell.
something.
Yeah.
With and someone for some reason wanted the ring that was on that on that statue, and then we had it wasn't even the middle of the night because there was like in the evening there was still people out and we had a paladin and a ranger climbing on the fucking thing with Zandon, which now we're gonna describe who and what Zandon is, which was trying to chop this finger from the statue to get whatever ring or what was on the statue.
It was the belt, not the ring.
The ring.
I remember what
the ring, because
It
was the ring because that is the statue of Brody, the famous dwarven explorer who charted out the fjords of Brody, and he had Brody's lucky ring. Like he had that ring which basically granted luck.
No, yeah, I was sure it was the ring because I do remember this thing of like chopping the fingers of the statue, of a bronze statue.
Just leaving this kind of, I think that was either the last episode or the episode before last.
I think it was the episode before last.
The whole maybe 2 episodes before last, because I think that the episode before last was when we got the job about the Hydra.
The Fomorian.
Yep.
The Fomorian was not the same episode. Was not after the Hydra.
Yes, it was.
It was.
There were 2 different episodes.
Yes, the Hydra was before. Hydra was in Gryffindor in the Hanglore
was
Hollow.
That's true.
And then you went to Waterfell. You took the bounty to save some gnomes, I believe.
Yep.
And they were captured by a Fomorian, and the Fomorian kills Nathaniel, and that's how we actually ended the campaign back then. Exactly.
But the whole point of that ring was to teleportation, essentially.
You wanted to create or something like that because they didn't as such teleportation.
We had taken the staff.
The staff of the
Very
Voyager.
powerful staff.
The staff of the Voyager.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we briefly teleported back to the what's it called? Oh my god, what's the name? The Dwarven City, your Dwarven City.
Clioth.
We teleported to Clioth, and we needed means to get back. And that's why we took the ring, because
Oh yeah, you took the ring because you wanted to have something to focus on so that you make the journey back. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, because you couldn't just pick up like a a brick or a piece of stone.
No, he wanted the fucking ring.
Yep.
I remember that. So tell us a little bit about Zandon.
Yeah, can we tell now? Listen, Zandon was 100% my favorite character in this game.
Yes.
I fucking loved Zandon in every possible way. Like he was so fucking funny.
Yes.
So Zandon was a kobold. Now, we had this discussion before that kobolds were not really part of your world before I suggested it. But I really wanted a small character who was not normal. Kind of like
just a weird guy. You wanted a weird guy. A weird little guy.
His origin was that if we found out, I think when we went to that other dimension in the beginning, he was an experiment by a dragon. Then Bering Thul found the egg, and Bering Thul is his adopted father, essentially. And I think he was traveling to Clioth at the time, if I remember. I can't. At the very beginning of the campaign.
So your origin story is correct. You discovered the fact that you were an experiment by a dragon later on in the campaign, when you were exploring the Black Library of Avitus.
The Black Library, yes.
The Black Library of Avitus, what is now known as Cryptica. And he was on his way from Clioth to Mechnazan.
Yes.
Which is where you grew up. That's why you are an inventor. You grew up among the gnomes, which were basically...
Because Mechnazan is the capital city of the gnomes.
Of the gnomes, the thinkers, artificers, creators, inventors, alchemists, kind of anything that the gnomish culture typically is inventive in my setting, at least, you know?
Kind of.
So, I think most important thing about Zandon was that, obviously it was an artificer, right?
I wanted to play an engineer type character, so artificer, of course. But I also wanted him to be young, smart, and naive. That's kind of so he is intelligent but not wise, like very much that stereotype.
He puts tomatoes in a salad. In a fruit salad.
In a fruit salad. Now, he was an inventor. He used to build a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And I would say his best creation, his masterpiece was Cheeky. Can you tell us about Cheeky, please?
So, this was a homebrew subclass I found on D&D Beyond. It's similar to another official subclass, but you literally make your own vehicle, essentially. And I really wanted
a Gundam, basically a Gundam suit.
Exactly. And if he went through the progression, that's effectively what you would have gotten, because you could make it fly, you could give it climb, you could give it all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, it takes time and effort. It's not just like a switch, but it is something you could eventually do.
Now, why Cheeky? Why is it called Cheeky?
Because he had an obsession with chickens.
But
where does it come from? Okay, and then.
But he never actually saw a chicken.
So it did not look like a chicken.
Well, also because it was not a chicken, it was an axe beak.
It was like this mechanical ostrich kind of shit, man, running about on two large stilts, kind of. It was insane.
We had this running joke that each one of us was saying a different animal. Like
yes.
The idea was that it was a mechanical chicken, but each and every one of us would call it a different species of small volatile animal.
It was insane. And I remember specifically Zandon is the one that made me swear the most mechanically. Because here's the thing, there are some really good homebrew subclasses. This was very much in the average kind of level. And it was certainly very interesting, but to adapt it to virtual tabletop, to adapt it to a campaign, to adapt everything. And also, by the way, I was not a stranger to 5e rules by then. I was a stranger to the fucking Gundam Artificer at the time as well. So I let you get away with a lot of fucking shit. Because at the time when you say, oh, you know what I can do? I can do this. I'm like, we're on live stream? Sure. Of course. I knew that all along, kind of. You have to start pulling shit out of your ass.
Yeah. Kurt, you know what we could do as a let's say a gift to Zandon? We could actually go back and check this old subclass of the Artificer. And we could actually try and make it work for the Artificer in 2024.
I think nowadays
as a homebrew subclass.
That would be good, but
as an homage to Xander.
We call it the Xander Artificer. But I think nowadays the armorer. No, wait, is it the Battlesmith or the armorer?
The armorer,
I
yeah.
think the armorer is very close to what you and I tried to create in the game back then. So,
But that's the thing,
yeah.
like the one that Zandon used to have, because I remember seeing it on D&D Beyond as well, because obviously I wanted to study all of your characters. I wanted to know everything about your characters. So I went to learn about, the Gloomstalker Ranger and the Shadow Sorcerer, and when I saw that the Artificer that he was playing was like obviously something that was homebrew, I just went to search into the homebrew for Artificer, and the difference with the armorer is that the armorer just has like this suit of armor that gives him those powers and those powers only. Then you have to change the suit of armor. Now there are like 3 different suit of armors that they can have, and they all give different things. Meanwhile, the one that Zandon had was like customizable. Like you could attach, like it had like literal attachment to the
it was an Arcanomecha.
To the Gundam suit, and it would give it different abilities, which is a very interesting concept mechanically. I think what Paul really shot himself into the foot was choosing not to use magic. Like his magic was just technology. I think that was the biggest mistake you have made, because with the Artificer it's really hard to do that.
It was something I wanted to do, though. It was a new take on this, on that kind of thing. I love caster classes as well. Don't get me wrong, but half casters have their perks, and this is something which I wanted to try. To be fair, like my other long running characters was a sorcerer, which Torin Samangadrak.
And that wasn't your first character, actually.
No, that wasn't my first character. The first character was a wizard, I think, as well. But that was not homebrew, like the default.
Yeah, Lost Minds of Phandelver.
Exactly.
Pre-made characters. He was an elf wizard.
Then I had played in another campaign, another long one. I played a wizard, a necromancer wizard. He was a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course.
But he was evil. It's one of those random campaigns that started quite randomly and said, "Oh, let's just go with this," and we ended up with an evil party and everything. It was interesting.
Evil parties are always fun.
Yes.
They usually don't survive for very long, but they're always fun to play.
Yes.
Because they're very unhinged. Like evil characters are usually super unhinged, so a lot of crazy shit happens to them, and they tend to die.
But it's good if you want to explore the part. It's very nice for a one shot or something like that.
Yes.
How far you can, because then you don't have to put any stops. You just go with everything you got.
Yeah. And it's kind of like you don't have to deal with the consequences over a campaign.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I think that's a great idea for a one shot, actually.
And the DM
Sorry.
The DM cannot hate you.
Oh, we'll let him try.
Listen, Evelina, if you ever want to DM a one shot, you have the idea already. So
the thing is that I did DM a little bit, but not in D&D, and this is where I would always let everybody know. And those two, the lovely 2 people with the lovely pets that we are very fond and jealous about right now, never gave me feedback. So I have no idea how did I do, and would people want me to DM ever again?
We had fun.
Yeah, we had fun. I think we told you, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I asked for a written one. Okay, never mind. So yes, we did.
Evelina probably sent out a form, and you guys didn't fill up.
Listen, if you're expecting Paul and Mel to remember,
I am so sorry.
No, but also honorable mention as a GM, because the only other person who GM'd for this group,
I think he was.
What?
Yeah, both of you. Both of you.
Paul GM'd as well?
Yeah, that house.
Ah, okay. I was not there. That was before I joined.
I only
had the pleasure to have Melissa as our GM for a one shot, which was actually a lot of fun. I think we had a lot of fun with that one shot.
Thank you.
I remember, Pepe, your character, and I remember especially that little, kind of like two thieves trying to gain the information from each other, but
Yes,
out very flirtatious, but having a goal in mind while just playing the game.
it was fun. It was fun because my character. I mean, technically, my character. What was? I'm trying to remember.
It was something with the raven, not the mother.
Climb the window. I remember your character climbing out the window.
Mine.
I think many of ours did because we had a fight on the roof.
We had a fight. My character was Federlock Holmes.
That was him.
Yes.
My character was a Kenku.
Kenku.
Was a Kenku rogue inquisitive.
Yes.
Because he was like a private investigator that was hired to investigate on this. What was like a museum sort of.
Kind of. It was like this very rich noble guy who had a collection of.
And there was like there was the voice. There was like the impression that someone was going to steal something or something like that, and instead it was a murder mystery.
Yes.
So someone got murdered, then we had to find out who was it. And then I remember someone. I think Paul, you were playing the bot.
No, I was.
No, it was Kurt.
Kurt was playing.
I was playing a Warforged fighter who fought with a trident.
I was playing a war.
I was one of the exhibits.
Yeah, you were one of the exhibits. Yes, and you were playing the warlock?
Yep. Specifically, that warlock was up to no good.
Yep.
No.
But it was like, I took inspiration from a particular character in BBC, the comedy. Are any of you familiar with Only Fools and Horses?
Yep.
No.
He was inspired by Del Boy.
Of course. Yeah, that's an obscure reference for anyone who hasn't watched the BBC in the 90s, which was showing shows from the 70s.
Hey, we still don't have any BBC on my TV where I'm from, so we still
also.
Yeah, I didn't have any idea.
Also, I think Paul made me accomplish one of the dreams of my life in that one shot, because let me use the oh my god, what was the name of that feat? I had a feat which is now in the 2024, like in 5.5 is super good. It's the one about awareness that lets you have a alert.
Yeah,
I took the alert feat just because the alert feat in 2014 was allowing you to be able to lip read people talking.
Oh, yes.
And I managed to find out that he was, chatting with someone about suspicious stuff, because from a distance I could actually read his lips because of that feat. I'm like,
yes,
my life as a D&D optimizer was complete in that moment. I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest moment ever. I used a feat that is usually completely useless. Something that is actually good.
Well, guys, unfortunately, as much as I would like to continue having a chat and reminiscing and going down memory lane, we soon have to wrap up because we've been at this for an hour now.
Wow.
We do have some other stuff to talk about in this episode of the podcast.
Yes.
Specifically, the big grand announcement is coming right up.
Actually,
However,
we're gonna have a big reveal. Yeah, just right after this call, we're gonna make a big reveal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, like,
to our audience.
Yeah, I'm feeling. So here's the thing. This is like a bit of a running joke as well, because obviously we record these episodes ahead of time and then we edit them and minimally edit them and push them up. So we always have the joke of, I will have had done that thing, kind of. Because we're showing it in the future, but we're doing it in the past, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So actually,
we talk about ourselves in the future.
Yeah. Actually, Pep and I are actually meeting tomorrow to record the rest of the segment.
The rest of the
this
episode.
podcast,
So basically, tomorrow, around more or less this time, probably we will still be recording.
Let's hope not.
What time
One.
are we starting? No, okay, then not at this time.
6 hours.
Not at this time. But no, so tomorrow we'll be recording the part that goes before this call. So the intro to the episode, and then the part that goes after this call, which is the ending of the episode.
Yeah, coordinating everything is a bitch.
So more time shenanigans.
Yes.
Also, we have an inside, like what it is, like a time lore continuity thing that when I usually wear sleeves, because sleeves are bullshit. So when I wear sleeves, is not the real Pepe, is a Pepe from a different timeline.
In fact, today, right now, he looks nothing like Robbie Damon. Nothing like him.
Well, okay, but like this is not the first time I'm hearing about this sleeves Pepe. When did it start?
I don't know, but I wish it never. We should never did.
The sleeves.
Did it start when you moved to Malta? The sleeves and no sleeves.
No, the sleeves and no sleeves. Yeah. No. Okay, so the sleeves and no sleeves is not my thing. So I took the sleeves and no sleeves from Marisha Ray from Critical Role. Because she's the one saying that sleeves are bullshit. I just happen to completely agree with her.
Yeah.
So I took that, and because I hate... So this is the thing. I live in Malta because I love warm weather. For me, if it was summer for the entire year, I would be the happiest man alive. Because I want to live my life sleeveless and in shorts and with... exactly. And with flip-flops. So that's how I want to live my life. So obviously, I agree with her saying that sleeves are bullshit. So I took that on, and I try to record as many episodes as I can sleeveless. But also, I mean, we've been recording for the last 6 months, which was pretty much like autumn and winter. So it was cold as fuck to shoot in sleeveless shirts. So sometimes I will be sleeveless, and sometimes I will be with sleeves. And now people point out, like literally, like people in our audience sometimes say, "Hey, Pepe is wearing sleeves." We're like, yeah, that's a different Pepe. That's another Pepe from a different time, not from the main time.
Yeah, it's but taking all of these things, keeping them in mind, it's a little bit nostalgic, kind of looking back at how we all started doing this and where we are now. I mean, for fuck's sake, Mel, you lived half a world away at the time.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. And if it weren't because of you and D&D, yeah, because we got married because of that.
Yeah. By the way,
do you want to tell the story?
Those two are married. And we've all been at the wedding.
Yeah.
Together.
Yes.
Do you want to tell the story, or do you want the first-hand account?
Well, I think it involves tequila, Kurt, and
not the wedding. How it? So it's a really sweet story, though. It's a really sweet story, and I really love telling it to everyone because it's a really sweet story.
To my mind, it's actually, to me, it wasn't that complicated. Like.
I was like,
well, there were the complications of living an ocean away, but what really simply happened was we just kept talking, and eventually we kept talking for longer and longer periods after the games finished. And then she decided to come for a holiday in Ireland, and the rest is history, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she loved the weather.
Yes, the weather.
The breeze.
Lovely weather. Today we have a breeze 50 kilometers per hour, which is Spain. Lovely.
You're also a bit of a hermit, my dear, so it doesn't matter.
So Melissa came literally from the other side of the world to our side of the world.
To the right side of the world.
But as close to Latinas as she can get.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
it was I remember with a lot of fondness also, like the wedding. Like I think it was the first time that we were all all of us together. I mean, Jay was not there.
Yeah, Jay couldn't make it because of work and stuff like
Jay
that.
couldn't make
He
it.
was invited, but
Yeah.
It was very meaningful because like with all of us, the thing is like, especially with Jason, we were supposed to meet in Witcher School again the year when
not me, just them.
when the plague happened, really, and then it just got postponed to the next year, and then
Cancelled,
and then nothing happened. And our wedding was really the first time that we finally got to meet each other. Like
and we had a ton of fun. It was a fantastic
space.
And actually, I actually kind of revisited these memories a little bit because last weekend I was in Gozo and we passed actually by your parents' place, Paul. And we were actually staying around the corner down that road as well.
Oh yeah, there's
the farmhouse and everything. It was really nice. It was the first time all of us in this call were in the same place.
I remember this day that we were at your parents' house. We were so all hangover. Had a level of hangover because the wedding was like, I don't know, until like 1 or 2 in the morning, and then we went to the house where
with my brother.
Your brother was staying there, right? In this like,
no, your brother insisted on keeping drinking.
Yes.
And we continued drinking. I think until like 6 in the morning. Like it was.
That's about right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what one does in weddings. It's like, there is like a like the time where you need to leave the main venue, but then you just go to another place to continue.
In fairness, because I've been to your brother's wedding, Mexicans do they clearly go low.
Yeah, I remember the next day we were so hungover. Your father came with wine, and we had pizzas, and you and I went for them, Paul. I remember.
Yes.
I've no idea how we got.
Always has wine.
I have no idea how we made it to the pizza place and back.
No, listen, I don't know how many tequilas I had with Melissa's brother. Also because like a lot of people, like I was one of the few people who actually spoke Spanish at the wedding. So obviously, and I love speaking Spanish. I love practicing my Spanish. So I went immediately to meet her family and to speak with them. And her brother kept bringing me to the bar for more and more tequila and more tequila and more tequila. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then all I remember from that day after the whole pizza wine hangover thing is us kind of going out in the street. Okay, guys, so see you later. Like, bye bye. It's like you guys were traveling back to Ireland, I believe, the next day. Evelina, you came over to my place back then as well. Like you stayed over a couple of days as well. And I remember Pepe in your smart.
My smart.
Just flying by, screaming "Free Bird" on the radio, like "Free Bird."
Yes. Yes. That's so true. That's so true. I remember that now.
Madonna, man, that takes me back.
No, incredible memories. We had so much fun at the wedding. It was so nice to finally meet each other in person. It was, I think, definitely one of the highlights of having met you guys was that wedding. Incredible. Yeah. We had so much fun.
I remember something else apart from finally being able to like hug you all in person and just like meet the faces, not through the camera. There were 2 things. So one is being the only Northern European on a Maltese and Mexican wedding. First of all, I did not feel left out. Not for once. I think like most people could see that I'm neither. Although some people ask me, am I on the side of the bride or the groom? And I'm like,
both.
D&D.
It's like, yeah.
But like, but people everybody was super, super nice. The only thing, I can't speak Maltese or understand Maltese. I can't speak Spanish except for understand like very few words. I can order food in Italian. That's about it. And I remember I was sitting, I think between you, Pepe, Kurt was sitting next to Pepe,
Yeah.
and Pepe was next to me. And the waiter comes with wine and asks, "Would you like some more wine?" And Pepe says, "My dear man, please do not ask. Just pour it when you see the receipt."
That's true. That's true. Yeah, the hangover was mostly my fault. Like, anytime that the waiter was coming with wine, I was like, yeah, fill all the glasses, all of them.
It was the time that we decided to have an open bar, basically.
I swear, every single time the waiter would come with wine, you and Kurt tried to distract me so I wouldn't see that the glass is full again.
Yeah.
And then one more thing. I don't think I really said it, but at some point when the dancing all started and everything, Peppa comes to me and says, "Velina, go to the DJ and ask for Macarena." And
That was you.
That was you.
No, I didn't ask. Hold on, I didn't ask for Macarena. I said just tell him to put like any Latin music.
No. You asked
No.
specifically for
Listen.
Macarena. Yes.
Macarena is definitely not the song I would ask for.
Well, you were not yourself with all the tequila.
Exactly. But probably she was not herself with all the wine that she had. No, but yeah, I clearly remember like going to you and say, "Hey, go tell the DJ to put like some Latin music." And then they did put a lot of Latin music actually. And we had a lot of fun. We danced a lot.
Okay, let me rewind, and Pepper will stop talking right now. Pepper was with no jacket, so it was a different Pepper. He specifically asked to ask DJ for Macarena. There were like about 6 different thoughts coming through my brain at that time. One of them, I'm way too drunk for this, but also, why is he asking me? Is it because I'm the only, not really pale person?
The only one that reflected sunlight.
With walls.
I'm gonna give her a run for her money on my bad days.
And another thing, is this an inside joke?
No, it was definitely not. It was definitely
I'm not kidding. The thought really struck me. So I thought like, okay, I have Mexican tequila in me, so I can do this.
Yeah.
Listen, I think with Mexican tequila in you, you can accomplish anything. If you fill yourself up with tequila, you can accomplish literally anything.
That was some prime tequila, by the way. And I think it was the same one that we had in your official wedding in January, right?
No, it
Was it different?
No, because that's the really good stuff.
Yeah, because the bottle we had is the one I brought from Mexico. It's a Julio 70, and then the one we had at the wedding was I think Patron.
Patron, yeah, I think it was
Patron. It was, yeah.
But that was a completely a surprise because we told them like if you can have some tequila, if you can get it, fine. But if not, it's okay, no problem at all. And they procured it.
Let's just say it was allegedly from Mexico. Let's put it.
Yeah, and also your brother made sure that everyone tried that tequila.
Yes.
Everybody had a shot of tequila with your brother.
Yeah.
So just quickly finish. So I went to the DJ and I thought, Emil, he's gonna laugh at me. Something's gonna happen. Didn't bat an eyelash. He's like, sure. Macarena starts. I stop feeling less stupid, and a miracle happened. Melissa's brother from the bar with Kurt comes to dance. Melissa's parents and the come to dance. Everybody comes to dance.
Yeah, we filled the dance floor.
That's true.
It was beautiful because such a song, which I thought was just a joke sometimes, it just brought everybody who was drunk or not drunk, and just brought everybody to the dance floor.
Yeah.
So.
I'm. It's not that I calm down, but it does fill me with dread.
You're not a fan.
Yeah. This was a lot of fun. I still remember your father coming to meet me for the first time, like shaking my hand. Remember? I found it extremely funny at the time because I had never met your family before. And I had, obviously I knew about them as well. We've known each other for a while now. I remember meeting your mother first and saying, "Oh, you're Kurt from the video." First thing. And then I remember your father coming, like she introduced me to your father, and like when I shook his hand, like, "Pleasure to meet you, nice to meet you." I was like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like,
Thank you.
it was really funny at the time.
It is.
But yeah, Madonna, man. I mean, now we're talking about like we started Epigeeks 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago.
Yes,
Yes.
the thing is, I always mentioned you in the house because I used to live with my parents.
Yeah.
And I was always talking about you or mentioning you.
Yeah,
It's
and
Kurt,
also,
Kurt this, Kurt that, everywhere.
and
So-
also for a time, you and I also collaborated in crafting as well. Like,
Mhm.
you know, we had up a Saura atelier. I kind of, you know, helped you set
Yeah.
up a little bit of an online
Which he
presence.
still has and still has projects.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
Slowly.
Slowly.
Yeah,
By the way, we can put the Instagram account of all the
Yeah.
OGs if you guys want.
Yeah, for sure.
In the description of the video, so if people wants to follow you in your endeavors, because I mean Evelina also does like some art, so if you guys want to
Yes.
reach out to them, we will put everything in the description of the video.
But guys, unfortunately, we have to actually stop recording. We went like 30 minutes past our scheduled deadline.
It's fine. We're talking
was
about
fun.
getting drunk and
Yeah.
dancing Macarena. So
Exactly. So, you know, role model stuff. Guys, I love you all. I'll see you around.
Yep.
Of course.
And yeah, so now, Pep, you and I are gonna change scene. Potentially change scene from before as well. You'll see what I mean tomorrow when I explain it to you.
Yes, I know. One brain cell. Don't forget it.
Good.
One brain cell.
So yeah, let's see what the big announcement is.
Wish us good luck, guys. We're
Good
gonna
luck.
need it.
We'll be watching, don't worry.
Very close.
Very close.
You need a digital shoulder to cry, just brings us back in.
You're gonna need a dehumidifier.
It's
But
fine,
I've
I'll
been
open the
crying.
window. Mark.
I mean, you could take a flight if you really need it.
Don't tempt me, Paul McAuliffe. So yeah. Feel free to send over as much caffeine as you can get your hands on. You know how it's like. Let's see what the announcement is about. Thank you guys. We'll see you later. Welcome back. That was quite an interesting conversation we had with some of our friends. You might realize that we have a different perspective. Now, we're still in the same studio, but you might notice that right in front of me, I have a Dungeon Master screen. It is time for the big announcement. And I think, surprise, surprise to no one, we are starting an Epigeeks campaign. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call it the Ringland Chronicles. Finally, we have announced the campaign. The next big project for the Epigeeks, the Ringland Chronicles, will be launching in June.
Madonna, man, I am so fucking excited.
We've been working on it for so long now. And in fact,
We've been,
yeah.
I mean, we've been not only working on it, we've also been hinting at
Yes.
it. Every time, if you look back at all our episodes, I think starting from episode like 5 or 6,
Even before, I think.
even before,
I think.
every time I did this,
Mm-hmm.
you know that there was a spoiler or like a mention of something.
He wasn't
It was
hinting
hinting.
at a nose ring.
Yeah, it was not I was not. I'm never gonna have a nose ring.
So those beautiful people that we saw just a few minutes ago are going to be some of the people that we are going to see in the campaign.
I mean, yes, it's gonna be our that's our full cast.
That's the
our
full
cast, which is gonna include myself.
Pep is going to be a player. I will be DMing.
You will be the DM,
Obviously.
and then we're gonna have Bernard, we're gonna have Michelle, and we're gonna have Tanya, which are friends of Epigeeks since a long time. They have collaborated with us.
They've supported us and they've
for a
had
very
a-
long
yeah.
time. They're incredible people, and they are also incredible performers in their own way. They're really good at role playing. That's why we wanted them to join.
Yes, so one of the criteria, let's call it criteria, for people, like when we are still recruiting players for the cast. We were looking for people who had either theater experience, improv experience, or were generally good role players, especially since we meet in events like LARPs and that sort of thing. So we kind of have a good idea of what these people can do, and like the general character, the general charisma that they bring along. So I'm very happy, and
oh my God, that's so exciting.
like we've already started working on the project. Obviously, we've already started recording some of the episodes, which will be available on Patreon later on because they have spoilers in them, so they will be shown well into the campaign.
So let's say so we have shot 6 episodes so far.
Totally, yes.
Which are gonna be exclusive episodes just for our Super Geek Patreons,
or more for the higher tiers.
For the higher tier of the Patreon
later.
So those 6 episodes, as you were saying, will be shown much later into the campaign, because each and every one of us has little secrets.
And obviously, those episodes were shot either. We had 4 0.1s, as we call them, which was one player and the DM.
Yes.
That was meant to bridge the backstory and meeting another player, kind of. So it was one-on-one. There were obviously spoilers, there are secrets being told there. There's given like the general mission that the player will be kind of following in their own arc. And then we've had the 0.2s, which were 2 players and the DM. And I think I paired them perfectly.
I think that the pairing was
perfect.
Can we say the pairing?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not spoiling anything.
I had an incredible episode I've recorded just a week ago.
Earlier this week, actually.
Earlier this week. Madonna, time flies.
Yeah.
I had been paired with Bernard.
It was amazing.
And we had so much fun. We had so much fun playing together. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a lot of fun to have the session, like the one-on-one session. It was very interesting because it's something new to have a one-to-one entire session with the DM. Like sometimes it can happen, you have like, moments that you just have, like a secret thing. Like a secret moment with the DM or something. But having an entire session was very interesting and was very different. But obviously when you have more people to bounce off to,
of course.
It's a different thing. And with
fact,
Bernard...
In fact, even the episode 0.1s were relatively shorter, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was a little shorter. Yeah, I think our maximum. Our episode was about 3 hours.
But yours, yes, because obviously you're a much more experienced role player.
No, I'm talking about the 0.2.
Oh, 0.2.
Like the second one was like 3 hours.
Was 3 hours. The 0.1 was about 2 hours, I think, for you, which obviously makes sense. I think they were between 1.5 hours and 2 hours.
And 2 hours, yeah. I mean, which makes sense.
And also, it was a good opportunity for us to, first and foremost, show you guys in the future, like, how we used to do things way back when, for you, by then.
Just because we don't have enough timelines, we decided to add another timeline into the count.
And also to iron out some technical issues. We're using new equipment, we're using new microphones, we're using new set. I mean, like the dressing of it, what works, what doesn't.
I mean, you have seen the new set.
Yes, now you have. But also, like, even like, for example, the blinds, we installed the blinds in between 0.1s and in between 0.2s.
Yes.
So, like, things keep
you will notice that there has been changing, as you will notice during the campaign, obviously, because we're gonna run this campaign forever, babies.
As long as I live.
As long as we live. Until he's 100 years old.
Until my heart gives out from not sleeping.
But we've been working on these for a really long time. Obviously, we've been planning these for a really long time. Some of you might have seen pictures on our Instagram back in January when we did. We had a session all together, like creating character. Obviously, not creating the backstory, creating just the character sheet.
It was a whole training.
It was a whole training day.
Yeah.
So we had 2 days of full training with everyone, and we had to cover certain faces because obviously they were not officially revealed as the cast of the Ringland Chronicles.
Yeah. So basically, first and foremost, thank you very much to Michelle for hosting us.
Yes,
Michelle. I think that was live audience.
That was the perfect setting for us to do that. Like that, your apartment was fantastic.
Yeah, your house. So we did,
and I mean, there was Archie. That was like Archie was the VIP of those 2 days. Even though he was horrified at our presence there, he was so scared, poor soul. But we were super happy to be there.
Yes, absolutely. We did training on the lore of the campaign. Prepping players into to know about the setting, the land, the continent of Yukabai, the general the geography, the cultures, the cosmology, which finally
because of me,
I can get it off my chest. I can tell you exactly how it happened.
He had to create extra stuff that he didn't need to before.
let us announce who your character is going to be, and then I explain why I said that.
Okay.
With all the laughter, mind you.
So my character is going to be his name is Defiance. He's a tiefling, and he's also a bard. He is quite peculiar person, especially in your world, because tieflings are not very common. They're exceptionally rare.
Exceptionally rare is the best way to put it, yes.
They're exceptionally rare in your world, and I really wanted to play a tiefling since a long time. I don't think I've ever played a tiefling before, actually.
Well, definitely not with me. No.
Not with you, but I don't think ever since the tiefling came out in 3rd edition, I don't think I have ever played a tiefling. And I really wanted to play one because I love the idea of being mistreated by everybody. No, like just being so different and having such wild looking appearance. That is an immediate punch when you meet someone.
Yes,
like when you see a tiefling, you see someone that resembles a devil.
Yeah,
and it's I think it's something that creates a very interesting first interaction with anyone, especially in Yukabai. Because I remember in the past you told me multiple times that tieflings were extremely rare and people was very, they would not trust them.
They were very wary of them.
Yeah, they would be very wary of them. And also wanted to play a bard because I wanted to be someone very charming, very entertaining, and that would create this contrast with the devil aspect of
it. And not necessarily a typical cookie cutter bard, mind you, going for which subclass?
Yes. So I'm going to be do we reveal it already? Because obviously when we start, I'm not gonna have the subclass yet. I mean, it's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear.
Okay, so let's not say about the subclass. What kind of bard?
It's not gonna be a musical inclined bard. It's gonna be an orator.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be someone that is very good with speech. Someone that is very well versed. Madonna, I just had a stroke. Very well versed with speaking to people, talking himself into situations or talking himself out of situation, possibly. So very charismatic, like every bard, but particularly focused on persuading people and deceiving people. And he has like everyone in this group, he has a lot of secrets.
Yes, indeed,
he has a lot of secrets, and that's why he's not only a bard.
Okay, exactly. So what are you going to start the campaign as?
I'm going to start the campaign. So we're starting the campaign. We can say this for everyone. A level 3.
Yes.
So obviously the prequel games were actually very useful to test out our characters, to get into the character.
We started at 0.1 at level 1.
They started level 1.
0.2s were level 2, and now they're starting at
and we started at level 3. So at level 3, I'm going to have 1 level in Bard and 2 levels in Warlock. I have decided both my subclasses, which one are going to be, and I guess it will be quite clear by the moment you will see session 1, which are my choices. But I'm not gonna reveal them yet until I choose them.
Okay.
Because I mean, obviously, I'm gonna being a multiclass. Obviously, it would have been such a not on brand thing not to multiclass this character.
Obviously, I would have been frightened if you chose to go straight class. One of the things I remember when you and I were discussing what kind of warlock you could be, whether it was like an infernal patron, a patron, great old one, celestial, whatever. I remember when we were talking about the infernal patrons, and you said, okay, because I might want to be like a patron, like a warlock of Asmodeus or Mephistopheles. I'm like, wait, hold up. those things don't exist in my cosmology. And that is one of the things that I wanted to mention earlier. I had to recreate the whole cosmology to accommodate Pepe as a player. Because, and here's the thing, because you have been playing D&D since you were 10 years old.
Yes.
You know everything there is to know about the lore of and the cosmology of, you know, Forgotten Realms and the, you know, general D&D.
Yeah. A lot.
You know a lot about it. I wanted you to have a new experience as much as I could present to you, just like the other players. Yeah. And as a consequence of that, I had to recreate the cosmology.
And thank you so much for that. It has been already a lot of fun to discover. Like, I know very little by now, but it has been already like super fun to discover something new, something different.
So there is, I'm not going to go into a lecture of the cosmology because then it will take me 4 hours, but, you know, there is still the Nine Hells Infernum, there is still the Abyss, you know, which is Abyssus, and yes, there are Infernal Lords and Demonic and you know, Abyssal Lords, blah, 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 but the structure is different. They're not necessarily the 9 circles of hell. They're like, for example, the 9 realms of hell, and the way they work is slightly different. But I also tried to lean into the concept of devils being lawful and demons being chaotic, and there's an element of both in the cosmology. I went into the cosmology of the Fey realms, recreated it. We call it Erindoriel. It's probably going to be mentioned
It's like the Feywild.
Yeah, the Feywild.
The equivalent.
But it also has different parts of it which are not necessarily just Fey. It could be like the Primal Wilds, and then there's the equivalent of the Shadowfell. And,
That's nice.
You know, we recreated a lot of things with changing them to suit what my setting reflects, essentially.
I mean, which makes perfect sense, and obviously, I love to, I will love to explore more and more of that, because obviously for now I just know a little bit, like a tiny bit that, like I had like a first contact with something, with an entity, because obviously I was taking my first level in Warlock, and I still don't have a like my official patron, but that will also come.
But they're there.
Yeah, there are voices, there are things.
As our great Gary Gygax said, it's just guidelines. You know, the rules are just guidelines at the end of the day. So we know where you want to take the character, and we're playing the story with that trajectory in mind, without you actually knowing where it's going.
Yeah, and also adding to like that is going to be one aspect of the character, because on the other side, the character still wants to be like, he's a street performer.
Yes,
he's grown up being a street performer. Yeah, and he wants to continue being that. So he will have to associate these, you know, pact side of this very questionable choice that he made very recently with what it has been his entire life and his entire career. So I think that's going to be super fun to play and super fun to explore.
Having played the 0.1 and 0.2, so I'm very hopeful that I'm very, very confident that the campaign is going to be a really good one for everyone involved, both for me as a DM writing the stories for you, which by the way, yes, I am exhausting myself, obviously, to get everything done in time before we start properly, but I'm honestly enjoying the process. And seeing you guys play around the table has been something amazing. And the way you guys improv, the way you guys kind of take and the elements of the story and run with them, I think it's going to be really good. But we're gonna be talking about the campaign a lot more in the coming episode. We're
gonna have as guests, because we're gonna have more guests. We're gonna have guests in each and every of the following 3 episodes. We're gonna have a different member of the cast joining us, and obviously we're gonna talk about their character. We're gonna be revealing slowly. Not only the players, but also a little bit about the characters.
Exactly, obviously without giving spoilers. But yes, so in the meantime, stay tuned. We're going to have to wrap up this episode. I think it ran a little bit longer than usual, but thank you for sticking by.
We always run a little bit longer with every episode, but I think this one was worth.
This was worth it. This was worth it. Finally, the secret is out. The Ringland Chronicles will be with you in June. In the meantime, stay tuned. We're going to have interviews and guest appearances with all the members of the cast. We're going to be talking about the structure of the campaign. We're going to be talking about the characters, and maybe you drop hints a little bit about the lore of the campaign. And by the way, if you want to maybe do a couple of Easter egg hunts, you may want to look at our Patreon rewards for the Super Geek tier, because
in each and every one of them,
there have been Easter eggs hinting into the general lore of the campaign.
Yukabai, the Ringland Chronicles.
Indeed. So thank you so much to our Patreons for supporting us. Thank you so
As
much
always.
for you guys for following and for the premiere chat and everything.
Yes, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, with your family.
With your nana.
Always with your nana. And we're gonna see you in the next episode. We're gonna see you tomorrow, first of all, because there is going to be the announcement of the winner of the raffle for the owl bear. And stay tuned, because we are gonna have so much fun with every player that comes. There is gonna be a different reveal.
Love that. In the meantime, take care. We'll see you. Hope that you had fun just like us, and keep being geeks.
Be an Epigeeks.